morning. I hope that you will please take some of these amazing donuts and coffee. So feel free to slide over here and get this. We're going to start out with our host. We are very thankful. We have a great partnership with the Greensboro Swarm, and we've been working with them for several years. We even have our beautiful golden 5th anniversary basketball that we keep on display that they sent us. And we like to tell people about them, and we host our Reedsville night out there. So we're going to turn it over to their president and CEO, Steve Sotoa, and let him talk to you for a few minutes about this wonderful organization.
Do I need that mic?
I'm just going to hold it close to you so it picks up on the video.
Gotcha. All right, good.
Not for projection, but
Good. Thank you, social props.
yeah.
Thank you, Diane. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Thank you for allowing us to come out and sponsor this event this morning. Kudos to our staff, Alexis, picking Dunkin' Donuts. I'm a big Dunkin' fan.
I am too, yes.
Yes, raise your glass for that. Before I start, I'd like to just introduce our staff really quickly. Alexis Stuckey handles all of our partnership sales. She was the one who got up early, made those donuts, picked up the coffee, wherever she was living. She's been with us going on our second season. And then new to our team, Scott Walters, we actually stole him from the Hornets. He was one of their top producers on the revenue side from premium and ticketing. And so he is now our new director of revenue for our team. And so Scott, welcome. You've been on the job a couple months, right?
Yeah, about 6 weeks.
Yep. But with the Hornets, 5 or 6 years, so we're happy to have him. It's really good to see some familiar faces here. And I first have to say, thank you, my good friend, Mr. Steve Scott, who has been a huge supporter of ours and me when I came to the market back in 2015. We sit on the Junior Achievement Board together and do some other cool things. So I know how big and important this community is to him and everyone around it. So good seeing you.
Good to see you.
Sheriff, nice to meet you. Angie, Teresa, I know we met Summer earlier. She had to pop out. I'm not sure she's still here. I miss the mayor, I believe. And others that I have had a chance to say hello to earlier. Reedsville is really, really important to us. No different than Greensboro, no different than High Point, no different than Jamestown, wherever the case may be within that 50-mile radius. And oh, by the way, a few years ago, well, not a few years ago, but 6 months ago, we moved my mother-in-law to Reedsville. She has a house in Collybrook Development, which is not too far from the
That's my neighborhood.
right?
That's my neighborhood.
Yes. So
With the regional address, yeah.
yes. So I can now tell you that we are in Reedsville a lot. A lot. She does her banking here. She does her shopping here. And so we've always said we want to be part of the community. So I'm going to take a little credit. We're going to take a little credit for that, knowing that now we really truly are part of Reedsville. I live in Summerfield, which is a quick 15-minute drive from there to her house. But hey, thank you for allowing us to come out and share an hour or so with you this morning. Reedsville is really important to our organization. As I've shared with our team, I've shared with some of you today, it's really important that we earn the trust and respect of this community, not us coming out and saying, we want you to do this, we want you to buy that. But we think there's some great opportunities, programming. Actually, Summer and I are meeting with some center building here in the next couple of weeks to look for some programming for the youth and activities around this area. We have hundreds of water bottles that say, as an example, Gatorade bottles that we could put to really good use, I think, in this market, right? Yeah. We do enough of it with the YMCA in Greensboro. I know Reedsville is a YMCA member for us. I sit on the YMCA Metro board, so I'm very familiar with Reedsville's YMCA here. But we want to find different ways to get more engaged in the community. That's really important to us. Hopefully, some of you may find some opportunities to be engaged with us. That's ultimately the goal. But our first goal is to make sure that we earn the trust and respect of Reedsville. Our season starts in November. Reedsville had a big night a few years ago. They had signage in our building. They had a couple hundred people. Then the pandemic hit, as everyone knows. We talked enough about that. Last year was a tough year for everybody. But now we believe, in talking to Angie, we feel like we're getting to a point now where we're try to get back to normal. So hopefully we can work on a huge Reedsville night and make it special for the employees and the city employees and the citizens of Reedsville, because these small communities are really important. We know that. I lived in a small community back in the day, so we get that. Our season tips off in November. We're heading into our 6th season here in Greensboro. Right, it was like yesterday that we just got here the first time. We are all Hornets employees, and so we're leaving from this meeting to head to Charlotte today for some activity this afternoon. But I just want to say, on behalf of our organization, thank you for allowing us to come out and spend a little time with you this morning. I'm glad to answer a question.
I was going to say, if anybody has any questions, that would be phenomenal. We are very thankful. We have a couple of organizations who feel the same way, but Steve's really good with his words and probably does it better than any of the others about their intentional partnerships with folks like the Reedsville Chamber. They understand that we're part of their market and understand that there's nothing like that inside the city limits, and that they're going to draw families from here. And so we are always working together to find ways that they can give back to this community because we're a part of their market. So I think you do a very good job of partnering with us and working towards those things, and I'm really glad to hear that you've got some other things in the pipe. So
yeah, thank you for that. We're actually, I think Scott is playing in your golf tournament here in a couple weeks, I think, or someone.
Yeah,
Somebody.
17th, right?
Somebody,
Yep.
17th at
Yep.
Greensboro National. So
Yep.
we do want to, we don't want to say that people know what we do. They're going to see our logo, they're going to see our people, they're going to see our staff. It's the things that people don't share that they see but don't share, right?
Right.
And we want to
Right.
keep it that way. It's about you, not about us, right? Question or two before I turn the prop mic over to Ryan?
And they may have them individually.
Yes.
The Celtics game?
Yes, so the Hornets, the Hornets are playing in Greensboro on Friday, October 7th, a preseason game in Greensboro Coliseum, bigger building. A preseason game with the Celtics, the Eastern Conference champions, at 7:30. So, as part of that organization, we have given tickets to some of our specific groups and partners, and we have some other tickets laying around. So depending on where those conversations may go, they may have an opportunity to invite you and sort of learn a little bit more about you and your interest in us as we would have in you. So thank you, Steve, for that. Thank you, Diane.
Yes,
So much,
thank
really
you. Thank you
appreciate
for sponsoring today.
Thank you all.
And I think we actually had some folks that could not, our coffee stayed pretty booked out, and we had some folks that could not sponsor, and so I sent Alexis a quick message, and I was like, hey guys, do you want an opportunity when because this is a kind of a good time for them before the season gets completely geared up. So thank you all for swooping in and taking over August and helping us out with that too.
Thank you.
Alexis, did you have anything you wanted to add to?
I do not, but I will say we do have a ton of stuff that it looks like we have enough for everybody in the room. So if you guys want to kind of stick around for a little bit, we have some stuff to hand out.
Yes, and y'all are welcome to stay and hang out afterwards. I did want to get started because we have a ton of new members and a ton of new people in the room. So I wanted to be sure that we had opportunities to do that. So I'm going to be really quick with some of the events, and then I'm going to have a beeline, eyeline to Denise because she can correct me if I'm wrong or point stuff out for new members when we get there. So upcoming ribbon cuttings, we have one tomorrow at Annie Penn. I am super excited about the chapel dedication to the previous chaplain, Miss Patricia Wright. I don't know how many of you had the opportunity to interact with her, but she was a true gem, and I'm just very, very thankful that they are doing that for her. And actually the new chaplain is wonderful as well. If you've not met her, Sayward Wilson, and she's in charge of this thing. So please come out for that tomorrow at the hospital at 2 p.m. The Boardwalk Baker ribbon cutting. If you have not had some of her to die for cheesecake, it is very addictive. You should come and check it out. Steve had a wonderful event out at his company a couple weeks ago where she did how many pieces of cheesecake that day?
101 in 2 hours.
Yeah, 101 in 2 hours. So, and you can split it with somebody, or you can save the rest for yourself for later. I mean, but
Right.
But it's really great. If you don't know her story, Abby is the one who had started the bakery in Wentworth when she was a high school student, and then went off and went to culinary school, pandemic hit, she came back, she went to a different culinary school, and has come back and now has this phenomenal food truck, and is doing so well with it. So we've worked it out with the city in the midst of the streetscape project. We are gonna face them in a safe manner and have that out here, and that is next Thursday, the 11th at 12 p.m. And then the Showcase Theater has been closed for the summer. They don't do a lot of summer shows, and they're gearing up. You've probably seen them posting a ton of their concerts that are coming up. We're going to have their ribbon cutting on September the 9th at 2 o'clock, which is right before their big show. And it just escaped me, Star, who is the show?
Gene Watson.
Thank you, Gene Watson. So we're going to be doing that. So there's also a ton of people in the room who are on the schedule, and I've already talked to one or two. We are getting them lined up, and we'll be announcing those as well. Upcoming events, you're here still. Do you want to talk about your several, or do you want me to? Judy, I'm looking at you, sorry.
You would.
Okay. All right, so coming up, second Downtown Fridays, we have our cruise in on the second Friday, which is August the 12th, which is next Friday. Golf for Reedsville, yay! Less than 2 weeks out. August 17th, Greensboro National, 2 shotguns, 8 a.m., 1:30. Naming sponsors are Reedsville Nissan and Denise. Oh my gosh, I knew I was going to blank because I didn't write it down. Frank Birdie, who's not going to speak up because he said it in the back. I was testing him. I have it written right on my paper. And I knew he wasn't going to say anything. Remax, Frank Birdie is our new name and sponsor that we're real excited about. And I knew he was just going to be quiet. I was going to give him like 5 more seconds, and I could just see him sitting there. We're so thankful for that. Our lunch sponsor, Tri-State Steel, thank you. And we have a ton of other sponsors. Rockingham Cairo and Greensboro Grasshoppers are doing our prize sponsor. So we have a ton of whole sponsor availabilities left open. If you want to do that and have not, see Denise. We have a ton of spots open for golfers. And we have all the food, all the beer, all the snacks, all the beverages all day long. It's free flowing and Kona ice. So come out. We need volunteers for sure. And then we have upcoming, couple of more, save the dates. We have and then we have the concerts on the square, which is the 80s Nation, and that's on August 27th, and that will be at Market Square. That's a Saturday, 7 to 9. Bring your chairs, Chamber Beer Garden. Save the date. We're really excited that they are continuing to have the Piedmont Triad Lantern Festival at Lake Reedsville. That's on Saturday, September 10th. You can get your tickets on their website. And I do think it's cheaper if you get them ahead of like more, yeah. So they have, make sure if you're interested in that, you go ahead and do that. Also, we have our Rockingham County Candidates Forum, which is sponsored by all 3 chambers. That is at RCC in the ADT building in the auditorium on Tuesday, October 4th at 6 p.m. The September Coffee and Connections is going to be hosted by United Way of Rockingham County, and it will be at the Reedsville Family YMCA. So those are our upcoming events, and also we have launched our new Chamber Champs program, so we are in the process of switching over all of our images and getting our new sign of COVID. Yay! You can't get signage anymore. They are really struggling with that. So we're trying to get all that situated, but it is updated and being updated on all of our emails and websites and that sort of thing. So thank you to all the folks who participated in that. We have several new members. I'm going to go first by if you are here and a new member or a rep who has not spoken before. So Shantez, I see you standing there proud and tall. This is my buddy Sean, y'all. He has been I think one of my favorite people that we have worked with for years and years and years, who was just persistent, had a really great business before, and he was in the tire recycling business, but now he has an appliance store here in Reedsville. You want to tell them a little bit about it?
Yes, my name is Shantez Wilson. I sell new and used appliances. I'm located on Bostonville Avenue. I sell all major appliances, basically household appliances. I sell the same thing that Lowe's sell, new. I do scratch and dent, and I sell to everybody, like the low end, middle class, and the high. Names like Sub-Zero, Margaret, Speed Queen. I sold the high end items, sell KitchenAid, Maytag, Kenmore, LG. I sell it all. It all comes with warranties. Do warranties on the used stuff too, as well.
Check him out on Facebook. He has a ton of pictures of his inventory. If you're looking to support a small business,
I
to
sell
buy,
it.
yeah. If he's Wilson Appliances, and if you're looking to buy appliances and support a small business, he is your guy for that. So, thank you and welcome. I'm so excited that you're here now and made a business successful in Reedsville and enjoying the chamber. It's been a long time. We were meeting down on Settle Street years ago, so that's one of those that's come full circle. There are a lot of other people too. I want to make sure, Keisha, where did you go? Have I lost you? Am I there? You are, lady. Step out so everybody can see you. With the Landons of Rockingham.
I'm shy, guys. But anyway, I'm Keisha Cannon. I'm from the Landons of Rockingham. This is a senior living community. It's going to be pretty much assisted independent living as well as assisted living. Hopefully, we'll be opening mid-August, end of August. So we're going to have an open house August the 9th from 2 to 6, and you guys are more than welcome to come out.
Awesome. Thank you. Let's see. Randy Hunt, you have a new position. You want to tell us about that?
Yeah, this is a lot of you I know. As a matter of fact, the majority of the room I know. I have taken a position with the Small Business Center here at RCC. We've been without a director for probably 6 months or so. And probably for the last, I don't know, maybe 7 years, for a variety of reasons, it's just not been the powerhouse that it can be in other communities. So, so I've taken on that role. Most of you know me. I was counting up. I think I'm on my 8th distinctly different career since I moved here in the early 90s. So, Sam, the first thing you said was yes.
It stuck with me.
Yes, sir. So I'm excited about doing that. I've always been involved with the chambers, except for this one. So I'm excited about that. I've been the past chairman for the Western Rockingham Chamber of Commerce. I've been the executive director for the Eden Chamber of Commerce. So I'm kind of excited to come over here, and I've always watched from the sidelines, seeing what Reedsville's doing, and now I'm getting involved. So I appreciate it. And if anybody would knows of small businesses that need sort of maybe, it's one of those things that a lot of small businesses don't know what they don't know, you know, so they kind of get in there, and what we're going to try to do is provide services so that these folks are not overwhelmed with the day-to-day minutia that comes from running a small business. And on another note, JR and I, David Wilson, he couldn't be here. We just left the United Way board meeting, and we're selling our raffle tickets for our fundraiser next month. So JR's got tickets, and he can tell you all about them.
I left my tickets in the car. Do you have your tickets?
I've got some.
No, I mean,
Yeah.
it has the details on it. It's September 15th. It's in conjunction with the Pick 3, the North Carolina Lottery. September 15th. The drawing will be at 3. We're going to have a hot dog dinner that night. So we're selling tickets. Each ticket is numbered. So that number is your number that'll correspond with the Pick 3. So you'll have to buy a lot to increase your chances. So if you need tickets now, see myself or Randy. It goes to a good cause, United Way.
And I have tickets too, they just forgot that.
Oh, yes.
So you can come to the chamber and see Debbie. They're only $20 a piece. We brought the price down a little bit. It was $25 last year, brought the price down. The potential pot will be up to $4,000. Last year the winner got just shy of $3,000 because we didn't quite sell everything. So brought the ticket prices down in hopes to sell out.
Awesome. Miss Kim?
Oh,
Yeah.
I wasn't prepared for this.
Hi everybody. My name's Kim Dow. I run the business. It used to be my nail tech is still there, but I have management over there now. So right now I'm next door, and my new sign's up, and it's Kim Dow Permanent Makeup. My goal is to make every woman in Rockingham County look and feel better every day.
We can get with that.
Yes. So I offer
Cheers to
permanent
that.
makeup services. So if you draw your eyebrows on every day, if you put eyeliner on every day, come see me and wake up ready.
I like it. I like it. I'm trying to think of who else is. Anybody, y'all are gonna have to tell me because I'm trying to like scan the room and see who has not. Thomas, have you spoken at a coffee?
I have not spoken at a coffee. Darn. Hey, my name is Thomas Thompson. I'm the branch manager of the State Employees Credit Union and have been the branch manager here for 6.5 years now. I'm sure a lot of y'all are probably members of the State Employees Credit Union. We also service local government, federal credit union. We pretty much can handle all your financial needs except for business accounts right now, but that's something that we may look at doing in the future.